Good morning and happy new vlog. I am going into central London to do some bowling and eating. Two things at least one thing I'm qualified to do, I suppose.
Welcome to another episode of Toby's Stupid Vlog.
So I'm in London on a Saturday morning for the second Saturday in a row. Only this time, actually no, I'm still going to eat things. That's all I ever do. I come up here, I come up to Holborn and I eat things on a Saturday morning. Oh well, could be worse, couldn't it? It's a lovely day. Going to All Star Lanes, which is a bowling cum diner venue just up the road here from Holborn. So that was most excellent. I actually won the first game and came second in the second one, which isn't bad because there was like 25 people. I mean, they're all reasonably rubbish, myself included, so not a huge victory, but a victory nonetheless. We were playing 5-round games because there were so many people. So I got 73 in 5 rounds, which I'm pretty happy with. Haven't actually bowled for ages, but it's great fun. So that was a good afternoon out. But the sun is still out and I haven't seen it in hours, so it's nice to be outdoors again. Now heading back to wonderful Kew to do some tidying up. Bit of a contrast. Hello there, happy Sunday. So we haven't done a lot today after my bowling escapades yesterday, and then a lot of finishing of videos and whatnot. We've started today with a bit of tidying and general housekeeping. Got a tagine on to cook for this evening. Might make some gnocchi for tomorrow, and that's about it. It's going to be a slow day. That's what I'm getting at. I'm just ingredient buying at the moment. But this is pretty much all that's going to happen today, other than watching the Grand Prix later. Good morning. So today is a lovely day, so we're going to attempt to walk into Camden. So in order to do this, we need to go to Little Venice first, which is where I'm wearing my genuine Venetian hoodie. So this is Warwick Avenue, made famous, and I use the term famous loosely, by Duffy and her incredible chin. So I'm just heading to the slightly overnamed Little Venice, where we'll walk along the canal from Little Venice, round past London Zoo, to Camden Lock, which is where the new studios are. So it's very pretty here along the water, but Venice it ain't. The fact that there's a canal does not make it Venice. Nonetheless, it's a lovely morning. I'm going to make the most of a bit of a waterside walk. We haven't got the Thames, but we've got the next best thing, Regent's Canal. So there we go, that goes all the way down Little Venice. What I would say with all parts of London is, if you can, walk them. Don't get a cab, don't get a bus, don't get a tube, walk. Especially when the weather's like this. It's how you learn how something connects to something else. You also appreciate, but you appreciate it far more. So that's where we are, we're going all the way around here. So that bit behind me is very pretty indeed. Everyone's got their own private garden. It's a private mooring, as you might imagine. And yeah, very nice. But we're going to keep going through the thick and thin, see where we end up. So the Regent's Canal ultimately, at one end, leads to the Grand Union Canal, which means obviously you can get all the way up to Birmingham. So it's part of the interconnected canal networks that were obviously designed before the railways to get goods to and fro. I don't know exactly which Regent it's named after, so if you do know, please let me know in the comments. But yeah, it's obviously still in use, and mostly not by working boats so much as people living on boats and tourists going to and fro. So one of the things you can do if you are visiting London is you can go to Little Venice just by Warwick Avenue Tube, and you can get a boat to London Zoo and back, which is quite fun all the way along here. But if you walk it, as I am, this is called the Jubilee Greenway. It's one of the big long walks in London that you can do. And obviously you will go past London Zoo. In fact, London Zoo is on both sides of the canal along here. This is called Outer Circle. It's around the edge of Regent's Park. But yes, the zoo is on both sides. It actually crosses over the canal, which means you kind of go through the middle of it, which is a bit odd. But obviously, animals can't get you, and you can't get the animals. What with this big fencing and their inability to jump, I'm presuming. I would say the only downside along here is the abundance of cyclists. A large number who don't seem to remember that this is a public footpath first and a cycleway second, and therefore they should be giving way to pedestrians. I understand why they don't want to go on the roads, but still, a little bit of courtesy goes a long way. So watch your back is what I would say if you're walking this, and hope that they have a bell, and walk on the outside away from the canal. If they want to go in the water, that's their business. So here we have London Zoo, Avery section over there. So the entrance is on the road up that way, and you come in and you cross over. So call it a zoo if you will. This is I call it an animal prison. I know it's more dramatic, but there we go. Some free London Zoo action for you. Tell me that doesn't look like a prison. It really does, doesn't it? So this bizarre floating object is a 3-story Chinese restaurant boat. Yes, that's right. So that was all very nice. It was just round the corner actually from the Chinese floating restaurant where we are, not far from there at all. So I've been into one office and checked everything, and now I need to go and find something in the other office, which is where I'm going to go now. And it's going to be a bit more like that this week, to and fro, to and fro. So all around here there are these images of St Pancras. Obviously we're very near King's Cross, St Pancras, and with this is the general vestry of St Pancras area, and the pictures are of the martyrdom of St Pancras. Now the question is, from that picture, St Pancras was martyred. How? It appears that he was eaten by a dog. Discuss. Good morning from sunny Camden. I always seem to pass holiday in wherever I go. Anyway, so yesterday we did some tidying up of the studio, taking out all the old kit that we're not using, a lot of the woodwork and whatnot. So we should be able to see that today. And it's now in a usable form. So I can actually get back to work for once. We're just setting up food market in the morning. So the weather's been very nice the last few days, but I've been trapped indoors, moving things about. We should finally finish moving everything up, probably end of this week, beginning of next. And then we can get on with, production and stuff. Good evening. So I've been to M&S twice in the last 20 minutes because I'd run out of rice. Very annoying. Lucky it's so close, or else I'd be even more annoyed. It's because we are making paella tonight, and we had basically only chicken, it turns out. So yes, so I had to go and buy chorizo, but they'd sold out a big chorizo, so I had to spend a fortune buying pre-sliced chorizo, so that was irritating. Then I came back and we haven't got any paella rice, so this is going really well. It will be delicious, and I will be eating it an hour from now. Those are the things I'm very focused on. So the weather's improved since this morning. It's nice and blue now. I'm actually on the hunt for a Whole Foods, believe it or not, because it's Camden and there's enough hipsters, so there should be one somewhere around here. Just met Terry Waite, done an interview, that was fascinating, and now I can do some more magical musical things this afternoon. Hi everybody, good morning. It is Friday, it's the last day of the week. I've still got a lot to do at work, and I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing next week. Work of some kind, but for whom and when, still to be decided. So that's exciting. I will actually get to show you the studios today, the new ones that we've put together, probably. The building was already there, obviously. We've fitted out, would be a more correct term. So that might be nice for you if you like that kind of thing. And yeah, I've got a few sessions to do, and I've got at least one video to make. But at the moment, the Mac that I'm using there, there's no sound coming out of it. Bit of a problem. So that will be the first job of the day. So one of the nice things about being here is at lunchtime you get to walk through leafy Camden suburbia, which is actually much more sedate than Soho. Although the choice of places to eat is a bit more limiting. Obviously there's the Lock food market. That's a bit pricey, but it's very nice otherwise. Hi, afternoon. So I'm acutely aware that I haven't actually shown you the inside of the studio despite promising to do so. Mainly because I've been too busy using them, but that can't really be helped, that is work. I've been mixing a Radio 4 documentary on hip-hop in the Middle East this afternoon, and in fact I've left it going. So that's a bit hectic. Hopefully next week, when there's a few free moments, you might see it, and it might actually be fully working by then, so that would be even better. There's a fantastic smell of weed as you walk down the Canal towpath in Camden Lock. Makes me very nostalgic. Yeah, I know, it's a strange thing to be nostalgic about. Anyway, I think that's all we're going to have time for today, so I'm going to have to leave you at this point. Must I cross this road rather dangerously, and I hope to see you next week. Please subscribe if you enjoyed, and that way you will see me next week, and I won't need to keep asking. Have a good week, weekend, holiday, work day, whatever you're doing next, and I will see you then.